Boxing knockouts can be dramatic. All it takes is one well-placed shot landing perfectly on target for one guy's lights to go completely out. There have been numerous stunning knockouts throughout boxing's glorious history, performances that have had fans on the edge of their seats and on their feet in applause. That's why they say you should never blink during an all-action fight, because you never know when it will end, and it can end quickly. Without further ado, here are our top 15 punches that shocked the boxing world.
Would you like to fight him again?
No.
Once was enough.
I do not want it.
This battle between WBC world champion Julio Cesar Chavez and IBF world champion Meldrick Taylor was a historic event in professional boxing. Taylor was on the edge of defeating the Mexican legend. However, Chavez ends the story with a powerful right cross that sent Taylor down to the canvas with only 15 seconds left in the last round.
Unbelievable! Richard Steele stopped the fight with fewer than 5 seconds to go.
From Brighton, Chris Eubank.
In September 1990, Chris beat his Brazilian opponent just 20 seconds into the first round. Literally, the first punch he threw was a big right hand that floored the challenger right away.
The first punch he throws. Oh, that's amazing. One big shot. The first shot he threw and he knocks him.
In March 2013, Golovkin defended his world titles against a former WBA welterweight champion who had lost his 2 fights but had never been stopped in his 13 career. Golovkin became the first to knock out Ishida, finishing him in the 3rd round with a vicious overhand right.
Try and box and move, it will not.
In October 1989, Tommy Morrison defeated Harry Terrell via a devastating one-punch knockout in the 1st round. Morrison landed his signature left hook, dropping his opponent to the canvas.
A little bit more.
Harry beat the count, only to be sent down again by a brutal overhand right.
227 pounds. Big right hand. Munoz should stop this fight. He has got to his feet, but he stopped the fight. Final knockdown, overhand right. There it is. He heads through the ropes.
An out-of-shape Douglas came into the fight weighing 15 pounds heavier than he was for the Tyson fight. Holyfield, meanwhile, came into the fight lean and fit and dominated the sluggish Douglas, winning both the 1st and 2nd rounds. In the 3rd round, Holyfield counters an uppercut with a well-timed right cross, knocking Douglas out and crowning him the heavyweight champion for the 1st time.
What a shot by Holyfield! And how much more? Another. Oh, the uppercut from way back. Well, the primary rule in boxing is you never throw an uppercut from far back.
Good opinion. Let's see what he does.
The bell for round 1.
Mike Tyson returns to the ring against Francois Botha after being banned from boxing for a year following his rematch with Evander Holyfield. Francois outboxed the rusty Tyson in the opening 4 rounds of the fight. When Tyson attempts to break Botha's arms during a clinch at the end of the opening round, Botha counters with a series of punches after the bell, pulling both camps and security into the ring. Surprisingly, despite being behind on scorecards, Tyson ends the fight with a single punch in the 5th round, a short right hand that knocked Botha down.
Short chopping right hand. There it is. Right on. You look at the.
Well, Callambay speaks no English, so you have to wonder what the instructions meant to him at that point.
Michael Nunn successfully defended his IBF middleweight title in March 1989, knocking out his Italian opposition in the 1st round with a single punch.
And down goes Sumbu Callambay after a major league left.
In It looks as though Callambay isn't going to make it.
Let's go. Good luck.
The aura of Roy Jones collapsed in a dramatic fashion in September 2004 when he faced IBF light heavyweight champion Glenn Johnson. Johnson was the early aggressor, and Jones looked like a shadow of his former self. The fight would come to an end 48 seconds into the 9th round when a thunderous right followed by a short left hook dropped Jones to the canvas.
He turned it up against
He takes a right hand and a left hand, and he's on the canvas again for the second time.
Will we ever see Roy Jones in the ring again?
So Manny thinks that Morales is going to try to impose his size early.
The Pacquiao-Morales trilogy ended with this fight, which is widely regarded as one of the greatest boxing trilogies of all time. Pacquiao dominated the fight, scoring 3 knockdowns to knock Morales out in the 3rd round.
He staggered after that last left hand, and down he goes. And the brave heart of Morales holds up, but his legs go.
Morales accepted the defeat with a shake of the head as the referee counted him out. In December 1997, Prince Naseem Hamed made his highly anticipated American debut against former WBC featherweight champion Kevin Kelly. Each boxer would score 3 knockdowns on the other, turning the fight into an action-packed slugfest. Hamed would land a strong left in the 4th round, knocking Kelly down for the 3rd time.
And a hard left, and Kelly's down for the 3rd time.
For a minute, and he is
gone.
definitely hurt. He's
But that's the only thing that I consider serious in terms of.
Shane Mosley destroyed Antonio Margarito, who was caught in the locker room attempting to illegally pack his gloves with plaster prior to the fight. Antonio was beaten to the ground in round 8 and hammered out the following round by the former 3-division champion.
Every right hand. There's another one. There's a big left hook. Why not stop it now? And there's the white towel from the corner.
IBF heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko defended his title against his American heavyweight challenger. Calvin fought the champion on an even level for the first round, until Klitschko knocked him out in the 7th round with a huge left hook and right hand.
Of irony, Liston tonight is making his hometown debut.
In a fight that took place in December 1961, Sonny Liston knocked out his German opponent with a right to the jaw. It was the first time he was ever floored.
Westfall has never been knocked off his feet until now. That's the first time Westfall has ever been on the floor.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, press the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any new videos.
Would you like to fight him again?
Oh, no.
Once was enough.
I do not want it.